Hi everybody, welcome to another YDF live show. My name is Stephen Aitchison, creator of YourDigitalFormula.com, a program to help you become the influencer that you are. So today, a few updates. What we've been doing this week, why have we been off? Well, I was in Edinburgh with the kind of YDF tribe members. We had about, I think there was 24 in total at the peak, and basically we kind of met up for a meal. Well, it was meant to be a meal and drinks, but it really turned out to kind of drinking, and a few people kind of ate as well, I suppose, during it. But it was brilliant to meet everybody. There was so many faces there. I hope you've seen the live video. That I think I posted it on this page as well, and Maria might have done it. But it was a brilliant night and really good days kind of after it as well. Went out on Friday night as well, and it was just amazing. It was brilliant. The energy there was just so high. And there's a lot of learning from it as well for myself and Maria. Kind of obviously we spoke to every single person there, and they're all amazing people. We've got Howard Mann in the house as well just now. Welcome to you, Howard. Great to have you here, mate. And it was brilliant meeting you and Kimberly. You are certainly a pair of characters. So glad I got to meet you as well. It was great meeting you, Howard. And great meeting everybody else as well, but it's just because your name came up there as well. It was brilliant meeting you. Brilliant. Excuse me. Yeah, so yeah, we learned a lot as well. It's not just for kind of social thing. We learned a lot, and we kind of done a kind of round table as well as we were having a wee drink, just to say how YDF has kind of affected everybody and kind of what's done to the business, what's done for them as well. And most people kind of agreed there's really helped with their confidence, there's really helped with their business. We heard of one person, not going to name any names, one person who's now making 6 figures a year, partly due to kind of the YDF program as well. And I just love hearing success stories like that, and people at different stages of their kind of journey online as well. And that's brilliant to hear. Some people have not got started, they're thinking about some ideas as well about what they can do. So it's great talking to everybody on all different levels. It was brilliant talking to everybody. So I'm really glad we've done that. Obviously that came out the YDF Scotland cancellation, the whole big event, but people still came over really from Australia, from America, from just kind of all over the world. It was amazing night and kind of following few days as well. So that's why I've been off. That's why I've not been here doing the lives every day like I usually do. From that event, myself and Maria been speaking over the last 2 or 3 weeks, and we're changing the YDF program a wee bit, and we're going to make sure all the kind of older members and the newer members see this as well, but we're going to be changing it up soon. And the first part we're doing is a mindset stuff, and part of the mindset kind of stuff that you need to know about, because a lot of people are kind of struggling with that, is what really is your message and who's your audience. That was one of the things that came out when we were talking to people. Facebook is a different animal nowadays. It used to be 2 years ago, 3 years ago, you could start a page, a general page. For example, CYT page is about personal development in general. It's not niched down or anything, but we're kind of saying now that you need to niche down and know who you're kind of wanting to speak to, know who your target audience is as well, and speak to them from your page when you're growing your Facebook page, instead of it being a broad audience you're trying to reach, because you cannot help everybody. So what you're better doing is kind of niching it right down. So if you want to help people who have been abused in the past, that could be your niche. And I say that because obviously we've got somebody in the group that's doing that right now, and they're doing excellent with it. So it's not all about the big numbers. It never has been about the big numbers. Facebook is not about the big numbers. It helps for social proof. So there's 2 parts to Facebook. When you've got a lot of likes on your Facebook page, totally helps with social proof. That's what it's for, if you've got a lot of likes. But within that audience as well, you've got to have your target audience, the people you're specifically trying to reach. That's what you've got to have. So it does help having the big numbers, but also helps that you know who your target audience is, you know what your message is, and you know who you're trying to speak to with that message as well. So for YDF, it constantly changes. The YDF, when it first started, it was just about growing your Facebook page. That's all it was about, how to grow your Facebook page. That's how Your Digital Formula started, and that's what it was teaching, how to grow your Facebook page. And we gave loads of people. The people got 1 million followers, 500,000, 100,000, 10,000. But Facebook has changed over the last couple of years. So now what we're doing with the kind of YDF program is showing people how to really reach their audience. That's really what we want to do. We want to have the right mindset, we want to have the right platform in Facebook, and we want to teach them the business skills as well, the need to make money. Now, a lot of people say it's not all about making money. It's not. It's about helping as many people as you can, but you have to remember that you need to feed yourself and your kids and your family as well. You need to put money on the table as well. So it is an element of business as well. So with YDF, we've kind of asked ourselves the question, who is our target audience? Who do we really kind of want to reach with the Your Digital Formula program? And more has came out that our target audience is really coaches, or coaches in a broader sense of the word. Coaches, it's not just about business coaches, not just about life coaches, it's about kind of healing coaches as well. It's about people who are teaching people something, and they can do that in a one-to-one setting or a one-to-many setting as well. To me, that's what a coach is. A coach is somebody who helps somebody one-to-one or one-to-many, as in it could be running a seminar or a webinar, for example. You're a coach. If you're doing that, if you're teaching somebody something and you can do one-to-one, you can do one-to-many, you're a coach. So it's in a broader sense of the word coach, but we're specifically looking at coaches as our target audience. And that's who we're going to be speaking to. Now, why does that make a difference? If you think about it, just now, what we've been doing in the past, which has worked for us, has brought a lot of brilliant people into the YDF program. What we've been doing is targeting coaches, healers, speakers, writers, and authors, and entrepreneurs as well. That's who we've been targeting. But we cannot speak to every one of those groups. If we're on a sales page, for example, we can't speak to every one of those groups. So an entrepreneurial message is going to be different from a healer's message when you're writing the sales copy for that. And they're going to use different languages. So by us now focusing on coaches, then it's going to have specific messages for coaches, specifically just for coaches. And people are going to recognise who they are because of the sales copy on that as well, on our sales page or in our videos and the language that we use. That's why we're talking about niching down, and that's why we're talking about knowing who your audience really is. If you don't know who your audience is and you don't know what your message is, then how are you going to make money in your business if you can't target? Because when you're doing this as well, you've got to be able to target specific people, especially when you're advertising on Facebook. And Facebook is the platform for advertising on, because it's got the best amount of information on everybody that's on the platform. Not specific information like names and stuff like that. It's not Big Brother type of stuff. It's just got information on what job they do, where they stay, how much their income is, if they kind of give that. And we could specifically target coaches, for example. So that's why we're doing that as well. So we need to do that. The second part is really the message. What is the message? So for us, and obviously we'll be given much more in the mindset aspect of the YDF program. And as I said, we're changing this. Again, we've changed YDF so many times because it evolves. It just evolves all the time. Business evolves, online business evolves, social media marketing evolves. And so we have to evolve as a program as well. And I think we're one of the very few programs that evolves and gives you constant training. It's not just you go in, learn once, and that's it. You've learned everything you need to know. This is happening all the time. So this is what YDF is about. It's not just a one-off kind of program. It's a program where you go in, you join a group, and you do the weekly sessions, or you can do the monthly coaching as well, the monthly live that we've got going on as well. And that's about kind of evolving your knowledge about social media, about your business, about your mindset as well. That's what the YDF program is all about. And the message to the coaches would be how to grow your platform to get more clients. That's really what people are looking for. But at the same time, behind that, they want to help as many people as they can. So that's what we're looking to do at YDF. We want to reach people who are coaching to a degree in the broader sense of the word, who are helping people out in the world and creating that ripple effect around the world. That's essentially what we do at YDF. And we're now getting this message right for us because it's evolved. So I wanted to share that with you as well and give you something to think about as well. What is your message? Who is your target audience? Find out what your message is first. Find out what you're truly passionate about. Not truly passionate about. Find out what you're deeply interested in first. Then you'll probably find your passion. Then you have to know what your message is. Who do you want to help? Why do you want to help them? How are you going to help them? That is going to be part of your core message. As I said, there's going to be much more information in the kind of YDF program once we kind of get those modules kind of put in as well. So that was it. That's a message for today. I'm just going to look at a few more kind of questions. Amanda Foy saying, all right, laddie. Yeah, I'm perfect. I missed you, Amanda. It's good that you joined us today. So thank you very much for watching. We've got Rachel Kelly in. We're all watching, Steve. Thank you very much. Margie Tucker, I have a lot of messages. How do I narrow it down to one? Okay, so I'm going to take some questions. So I'll do some questions like that. Maria's just sending me over questions via Skype, which is brilliant. Leanne Marie, what about mentors? Right, mentors. Could you clarify that for me, Leanne? When you say what about mentors, do you mean mentors as in coaches? Because they would come under the broad scope of coaches as well if you're a mentor to somebody. Just clarify what you mean there, Leanne, and I'll get back to you on that. Margie Tucker, I have a lot of messages. How do I narrow it down to one? Within all your messages, there's going to be one, because you can't have lots of messages in different niches. So it might mean, by that I'm presuming you mean, do you have different niches? Or who's it you're trying to kind of speak to as well? So when you know and kind of narrow it down to your one main interest, the one that you're really most passionate about, the one that you're most interested in, then you're only going to have one message for them, if that makes sense. So hopefully you're not in loads of different niches, because for a business, an online business owner, that is a lot of work to be in lots of different niches. I've done it myself. I'm kind of, to a degree, I'm still in a lot of different, well, not a lot, but a few different niches. And for focus reasons, I've had to scale it right back, really right back, because you just cannot focus on lots of different niches. So I don't know if that's what you mean, Margie, if you're in different niches or you've got a lot of messages pertaining around your particular topic. So again, clarify that one for me, and I'll be able to answer that better for you. I'll just see a lot of other ones. Laurie Emmett, working on your elevator pitch is a great way to really pin down your targeting. I've found I've had to revise mine a lot lately, but that simple process has really helped refocus my efforts. Yeah, that's a really good point as well, Laurie, and that's obviously something in the YDF program as well. We talk about the triple pitch in the YDF program, whereby when you're talking to somebody and they say, okay, what do? You know exactly what you do. So you have a social media kind of pitch, you have an elevator pitch, and you have a stadium pitch. Social media pitch is in less than kind of 1 minute or something. You can tell people exactly what you do, and you can write this down. This is an exercise to do. You can write it down and you know exactly what you're going to say to somebody, and you've got it rehearsed over and over and over again, so they get an understanding of exactly what you do. And that's under a minute or something. The elevator pitch can be 2-3 minutes, so you give them more information in the elevator pitch, which is what Laurie's talking about. And that does evolve. That evolves all the time. We've evolved ours for YDF, or I've evolved mine when I'm speaking to people over time as well. It just kind of evolves all the time. And the stadium pitch is whereby you could go on to kind of a marketing conference or a business conference or something, somebody picks you out of the audience, and you can give great education to people who are not necessarily looking for your product but would still benefit them, and that might be 25 to 30 minutes. So if you have a great topic that you talk about, and you could stand on stage at any given time, any given point in time, you could stand on stage and talk about that for 25-30 minutes and still capture the audience's attention, and possibly be able to sell them something as well of your products. Even though they might not be interested specifically, you could still give them a brilliant education. That's what the stadium pitch is about, and that's from the great Chet Holmes from the Ultimate Sales Machine book, which is an amazing book. So yeah, you've got to have them, and we talk about the triple pitch as well. So that's a really good thing to have and to know about as well. And that all goes in to what we're talking about just now. Know your audience, know your message as well. and that ties in with the triple pitch as well, Laurie. So yeah, it does, like you said, Laurie, it just changes over time. Because you're evolving as a person, you're evolving as a business as well, you're growing as a kind of business owner as well, and things change, and that's good. Change is good. Love change. Comment from Tiago. Yes, we need more teachers, Steve. You do a great job. Thank you very much. I really appreciate you saying that. Comment from Kathy Baker. Coaching is the greatest force for change on this planet. As Christian Mickelson says, it is. It is. I believe so much in coaching. You need a coach. I've had a coach for the last 2.5 years now, and my business coach has helped me so much over the last 2.5 years. She's been kind of amazing for my business, just to get me to think in a different way, to hold me accountable for what we do as well. And that's why I think coaching is so good for everybody. People just starting out, is worth investing in a coach. So worth it, investing in a coach, because you save so much time, you save so much heartache, and you save a lot of your angst as well when you get a coach, because they just look at your business from an objective point of view, and they look at it from a different perspective, because you're so involved in your own business that you kind of get stuck and you don't know where you're going, and it takes somebody else's eyes to look at your business and say, you thought about doing this, maybe you shouldn't be doing this. And a coach is so good for that, and holding you accountable as well for you taking action. So that's a great point, Kathy. Tracy Andrews Wellman. Also, what do people come to you and ask for advice? That could be a clue as to what your niche, where your niche lies. Yes, it does. If people don't know what their niche is yet, if you're getting lots of questions, we've done a live on this before as well, and this is a great strategy. And this is how the YDF program was born, because people kept on coming to me and saying, how do you grow your Facebook page? How are you doing it? What are you doing differently? And can you show me how to do it? That's how the whole YDF program was born initially, 2.5 years ago. And it works. If people are asking you the same question over and over, you go, hold on a minute, there's a wee idea here. I could write a program on that, or I could do coaching on that. I could offer a coaching service on that. So yeah, that's another good point, Tracy, as well. Chris Collier, I'm trying to wrap up my training, Coaching Healing, and coming up with that core message. Would like to have several other income streams, not necessarily related and loosely related spiritual. You're saying I should focus on one? No, not necessarily. It's just going to be harder to focus when you've got a number of niches in place, to be honest, Chris. So just now I've got personal development, I've got business as well, and I had other things on the go as well. I had a guided mind product, which was guided meditations. I've had binaural beats that I just was in so many different niches, and I found it really extremely difficult to focus on any one of them at the one time, because I'm always thinking about all of them. So I narrowed it right down. Now there's only personal development, and then there's the business side, and that's the only two I'm focusing on just now. But within that, you'll have different products, you'll have different coaching packages, you'll have different things that you need to do. So there's more than enough to get going with that. The other income streams should be passive income streams, like a blog with AdSense, for example. I get a lot of money from that every year. The AdSense earnings I earn from the blog on the personal development side is passive. All I need to do is post a few links on Facebook and other social media places, and kind of create alliances with other people for that to be passive for me. So I'm not saying don't focus on other income streams, because I totally believe in multiple streams of income. You need to have that in case one of them falls down, you can focus more on another. So just now I don't really focus on the blog that much, to be honest. But if Facebook, something was to happen with Facebook or my business side or the personal development side, I could then focus all my energy on the blog, and I know I could triple that income if I really wanted to, by focusing on it, writing more, getting more guest authors in, looking for kind of different people to contribute as well. So I know I could do that. So it's a passive income stream. So that's what I'm saying, Chris. Don't just focus on one or two main things, and the rest should be relatively passive, if that makes sense. Excuse me. Kathy Baker, lots of Facebook changes brewing. Stephen, will you be doing FB updates live this week? I was going to do that today, then I thought this is kind of more important, but I will probably do that tomorrow. So it will be kind of Facebook updates and Facebook news that's coming out as seen over the last kind of week or so. So I will be doing that, Kathy, yeah. Margie Tucker, I guess I have a lot of life experiences from addiction, abuse to find myself and who I am. So how do I choose from all of that? Find out the one you're most interested in helping people with. So if you, with regards to addiction, there's a lot of people kind of writing and talking about that, but you might be able to do it in a different way. With regards to abuse, there's not so many people doing it, and you might help more people. You might not get as many kind of followers on your pages, which is fine, because it's not all about the numbers. As I said, the numbers is about social proof and getting as many people on. Within those numbers, you can find the people that you really want to target. So I would specifically focus on the one that you're most interested in doing, Margie, whether that be abuse, whether it be addiction or something else. I would go with that and focus on that. And then when that becomes relatively or more automated than normal, because when you're first starting out, it's going to take a lot of time and effort, but to a degree you can automate things, and then you can kind of go and look at other things if you want to do that as well, if you want to be in 2 niches, for example. And you absolutely can. I just would focus on 1 or 2. Tiffany Reid, Steve, when is the next YDF monthly training scheduled? That is scheduled for the first Monday in July. I don't know what the date is at the moment. The first Monday in July. I'm just going to look at the calendar for you. So it's the first Monday of every month that we're doing it. So it'll be Monday the 3rd of July, Tiffany. So that's when the next one is scheduled for. But we'll send out an email as normal. So hopefully that helps. Comment from Vanessa and I do. I'm having a problem getting started on Facebook. Doing what I do in real life, daily coaching, helping people in a group or on the phone. I think I need that mindset shift change strategy. Yeah, that's coming out. I can't give you a definite date on that. I've done that in the past and I've just shot myself in the foot. So I'm not going to give a date on when that's coming out, but it is going to be changing, Vanessa. So we'll let you know as soon as that does, when you've got the mindset as well. But there's everything in there in the YDF program just now is what you need to get started. There's everything there. And 300 people have got started, so there is more than enough to get you started. You need to take action every day. Vanessa, if you want to kind of get on with this, take 1 small piece of action every single day and you will get there. Tracy Andrews Wellman, do income streams sort of rely on what is the unpopular thing happening? Not necessarily. The income stream could be lots of different things. Even if you just want to focus on 1 income stream, what you can do within that income stream, you can have a funnel. So if you want to offer quick coaching calls, say for $100, you could then upsell them to a weekly call for say $500 a month. You could then upsell and do a seminar and charge maybe, I don't know, $97 for 100 people coming. Then you could upsell and do speaking gigs around the world as well. So within 1 kind of income stream, you could still upsell, guaranteeing you kind of more money for your business. But you're not necessarily putting all your eggs in 1 basket, because you're still upselling all the time, and you have to think about that as well when you've got just the 1 income stream. Other income streams should be passive. Just focus on 1 or 2 main income streams, and the other income streams should be passive, like a blog. They've never gone away. They've been around for years now, and people are still making a lot of money from their blogs. So it's not just about the unpopular thing just now, although you have to look at that and keep up to date with things as well. That's a lot of time and effort sometimes, but yeah, it's not just about the end thing that's happening just now. I hope that helps, Tracy. Lex Hampton, will you be writing any more books? I'd love to write more books, I just do not have the time. We've thought about writing books. We might be coming out with kind of 1 just for the Kindle. Possibly this year. We're just kind of talking about it, mulling it over. But it wouldn't be really digging deep in for business, but I'd love to, and that is the plan. My plan when I reach 55 is I'll be writing fiction books and kind of non-fiction books as well. That's what I love to do, and I'd love to do more of that. So that's the plan. But I still reckon I'll be doing this at 55 as well. There's only about 6 or 7 years to go. 7 years to go now. So I hope that helps, Lex. Sue Gaskell, I'm a qualified life coach. I've been for decades a self-awareness life coach, a guide, a healer and a personal development. Founder and owner of the Sure Way Slimming, a diet and life-changing skills helping thousands of people. Author and mediator. I love empowering people. My motive is to share my knowledge. I'm self-healed bulimic. Vulnerability is vital to connect to people I admire and respect you, Stephen. Thank you very much, Sue. Thank you for sharing that. Really appreciate that. What time are we on? I think we've been on nearly half an hour. Vanessa and I do. Yeah, you're right, Stephen. I've just got to do it. Yeah, you have. You've got to get off your arse and just do it, Vanessa. And you will. Once you start taking action, you start taking that small step, that'll give you the impetus to take more and more steps and bigger and gianter steps. Gianter, that's not such a word. Bigger steps. So yeah, just get up off your arse and do it. That's the only advice I can give if you're just starting out. Just do it. Do it now. My Irish accent there. Lily Wiley, I wish you all the best because you deserve it. Thank you so much. Lily, I do appreciate that. And I think that is us for today. That live went really quick and it's probably... Lily Wiley, I wish you, just a wee bit. Okay. Tammy Smith, awesome. Finally going to join. Excellent. Excellent. Thank you, Stephen and Maria Flynn. Tiffany Reid is saying thank you. Margie Tucker, July 3rd. Thank you for that, Margie. Okay, I'm going to leave it there just now. I hope that's got you thinking about things. And I hope that's got you thinking about your message and your target audience as well. Truly, truly important. And that's why we're kind of doing this whole... it's not a mix-up with YDF. It's just adding more to it and structuring it much better for you as well. Everybody that's in the YDF tribe just now. And as I said, Monday, July the 3rd, we'll be having our next session on the monthly live, and that's to kind of help people really that are just kind of starting out and they want some kind of information on how to start growing their online business, about the Facebook page and about their kind of mindset stuff as well. We'll talk about a different topic. We dive deep into a different topic every single month, and we'll have a 40-minute Q&A session after as well. So it's brilliant to do that, and there's a lot of brilliant people in there as well taking action on what we're teaching. So that's myself and Maria Flynn that does that. So that's it. I think I've just stopped just now actually. Don't know what's happened there. But yeah, that's it for just now. Have a brilliant day whatever you're doing, and I'll speak to you same time tomorrow. Until then, namaste. Take care. Bye now.